retires, and then we went into Tiger last week, if you remember. So there is a struggle for things to cover, and maybe it's a ploy to get more press. I think you're onto something there.
But yeah, I guess you're right.
More chatter.
You're just right because of like ESPN and all these
Fox Sports,
Sirius
CBS
radios
Sports,
where they have to feed 24-hour news cycle, and there's not enough that it gives them something to talk about. And I guess we're guilty of it too. But I'm mainly trying to look at it as like, why does it matter? Like, how strong a message is that? Is that like, if I was at my work and I was trying to negotiate a better contract, if I like had like a picture that I had up on my desk and I take it home with me, like, why are you taking that picture home with me? He's like, oh, there's nothing. I'm just going to take some stuff out. It's like, that's not a strong enough message to indicate. It's like, oh, we gotta do something about this. They took a picture home from their desk. And maybe I'm looking, like I said, it seems like a very weak thing to do. Like I said, like not going to workouts, that's a stronger message. And obviously that makes more sense because obviously you don't want to get injured because obviously then you lose leverage. That part is understandable. You scrubbing anything that attached to your team.
Well, what if you're put yourself in their shoes. You're a 20-something-year-old athlete with all these fellas standing around. You said, hey, I just killed all my social media. Isn't that cool? They'd probably say, man, you are the man. Good job. Do you think it's a peer thing?
Well, it keeps the name out there, I think. It's like a little tidbit. But in actual fact, it may play a little bit with the 20-somethings. But for the guys who are signing the checks, ain't happening. They don't care.
Well, I'm just saying this. I looked it up just for this. And I'm not saying this number is completely accurate. Less than a quarter of U.S. adults use Twitter. So it's like, how effective of a medium really
25%
is
25% or 20%?
Yeah. So I don't know. It just feels like it's a very bizarre tactic is what I'm getting at. Like just not doing volunteer workouts or having your agent come out and say, even like I said, even with Kyle Murray, even though I don't agree with him trying to renegotiate his deal yet, I get like if his agent's like, he's not going to play until he gets a new contract. Just do that. You don't have to change your media account. Like, who cares? That's like a very weak move is all I'm trying to
Well, it's all going to change now that Elon Musk is involved in Twitter, don't you think?
Oh, God. Let's not even get it. That the guy's in quote unquote space for a minute and he thinks he's God. So, I mean, this is,
I will send a man to the moon and Mars. Okay, what else do we got tonight here?
Pretty much it for me.
That's kind of it. Anything else?
I don't have anything off the top of my head. But let me see.
Well, let me just say this about that.
This is about that.
Yeah. So, does Baker Mayfield end up at Carolina or Pittsburgh? Now, I saw a report that said if he came unencumbered, they'd take him right now. But he's 19 million encumbered at this point. So, and if it goes, I think if he stays on the contract with the Browns, it's 22 million. So
they better off cutting him or trading him from a financial standpoint?
If they can trade him, if they can get anything for him, they'll get something. Cutting him, they won't get anything.
Except released of the the balance, maybe, right? No, I don't know.
Well, no, I mean they still have to pay him whatever the hard number was, but maybe they think it's time. I mean they just dropped $250 million.
Yep.
On Deshaun Watson. So what they all may as well throw in a few million. It's okay. It's just cleaning up.
Yeah, it'll be really fascinating where he goes because Carolina, we didn't talk about smoke screens at all. Carolina, they can't smoke screen. They worked out every top level quarterback that's supposedly in this draft. They're gonna draft a quarterback. It feels like at that 6th spot. It'd be crazy if they don't. Now, the one I will say is a smoke screen, and I'm not hating on this guy, and I think we all maybe like him. I don't see Malik Willis going number 2. I'm not even saying the Lions won't draft him because they have the 32nd overall pick and they have the 33rd overall pick. Maybe they package that and move up to draft Malik Willis in the middle of the draft or whatever. Them saying they're going to draft them at 2, that's a smokescreen. They're trying to clear out whoever maybe really wants Malik Willis so they can get more draft picks, I feel, Detroit. That's the only thing I feel certain that's a smokescreen. Some of these other ones, I don't know about, like when you hear certain things, if they're smokescreens or not. But that's what I feel confident in. And if I'm just saying, if the Panthers draft a quarterback, they're not taking on Baker Mayfield. So besides, there's only Seahawks and Pittsburgh left, right? Where it can end up, really.
Yep.
Right.
Because everyone else either has a franchise level quarterback, a young quarterback they're still trying to develop, or someone they're like, we'll make do with this guy.
Well, let me throw this out there.
Okay.
What if now his ego probably wouldn't allow it, but if he went to Tampa Bay as a backup, studied under the man, the number 12, the GOAT, for a year, because the GOAT ain't going to be around. What do you think? 2 years maximum?
Yeah.
I would think 1 year would be it, and then he could move in. I don't know.
Plus, you got a great OC there too, so you're right.
Well, funny enough, Lugs, I believe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was talk. The Bucks did inquire about Mayfield. They did like a month ago. I don't know how much of that's left, but they did inquire. And this is after Brady said he was returning. So like they understood before Brady came back. They were like looking at who they had at quarterbacks like, oh no, what do we do this year? And Brady, I guess you could say bailed him out. I don't know if you want to say bailed him out or not, but you know, but like they had at least a 4 or 5 minute window where they're like, oh, this is no good. We forgot about this for 2 years. Like, this is what happens when you don't have a quarterback. And oh God, the Pepto-Bismol I have to absorb on a daily basis. But anyway.
All right. Well, you know what? You've just wasted another 36 minutes listening to Sports and Other Stuff, brought to you in part by Burt Wyman Motors. We're your TV car man. We know say no. We're home of the buy here, pay here deal. Buy a car and get a check and stop in and see our guy. He's there tonight. What's his name? I can't remember.
Well, Fish, but he's not there tonight. Our man Fish is on a well-deserved vacation in Acapulco. He did send us a postcard showing a cliff diver jumping off those rugged cliffs for 150 feet dive or 150 foot dive into the channel. Fish ain't going to do it unless he gets a lot of tequila shots in him. But anyway, he simply wrote us, "Gone Tropo Loco." So, hey, Fish, enjoy. Cheers.
That's right. Eat as much challah bread as you can.
And join us again next time for another episode of Sports and, well, maybe some other stuff. So long.